Hey everybody, it's NerdX here. Just wanted to say my personal opinion and what's the right word for this? My pleasant surprise at the first season of Sword Art Online. I just recently watched it. Just got Crunchyroll, got the premium, so I don't feel like dealing with freaking commercials. So I was going into it because I kind of want to see it anyways before, and I just never had a platform to do it, and didn't feel like getting anything, so. But I finally said, you know what, it's worth it, whatever. Well, like $7 a month on Crunchyroll, so I started watching it, and I have seen a lot of people like say it was garbage or it was bad or whatever, and it does have a lot of hate for some odd reason. I really personally, I seen that, and I seen like some of the abridged going into it, which when I was watching it, I kept thinking of that too, and I was like trying not to laugh at certain points. Because like, oh yeah, and they said that in the abridged is like totally different. It's hilarious. I recommend watching the abridged either before or after you watch it, if you're gonna do it. So don't spoil anything, but it's definitely it's a good watch. It's hilarious, but it's my recommendation. Anyways, I'm not really gonna go over like story wise of it. I mean, I may mention some things about it, but here's the thing. I personally thought it was animated well. I watched it in the dub. I'm sure some people, sub's better, dub's trash. I like to understand what they're saying. I mean, I can read it. I'm not retarded, but I should say I'm not illiterate. Kind of am. But, who cares? So, the dub was okay. I didn't have a problem. They didn't, like, take me out or anything, so that was fine. The story itself, I thought, was at least decent, if not good. I think it was pretty good, personally, so. And what I liked about it is, well, I'm into video games myself and such, so I thought, oh, since virtual reality is starting to make its way now, and I'm like, oh, cool, that's interesting. It'd be cool to actually do something like that. And like the actual narrative that was being portrayed there, I thought was written well. And the pacing was a little quick from scene to scene, but it's not like 100, 200, 300 episode shonen show like usual, like I would say like Naruto was, like One Piece, or Bleach, or Dragon Ball, or any of those long-running series. It's more of a contained short story, so I would understand why they were doing that, and at least you didn't have to worry about filler. So, at least not much, so, yeah. It was a good story, I thought, and it was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. There was emotional parts, there was action parts. It was very well put together. There's a couple times I'm like, oh man, that's really sad, and there's other times I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So it's definitely a roller coaster, and I highly recommend it. You could just give it a chance. Give it like 5 episodes. You can usually tell if something's gonna be good by 5 episodes. If you watch 5 episodes and it has not gotten any better or it's got worse, then it's not for you. But you gotta give things a chance, and I'm willing to do, which I did, and I liked it from like episode 1, so I didn't have that problem. But I just want to say, yeah, I like it. It was great. Do not believe the hate. It's completely unjustified. If you hate it, that's on you. All right, I'm not gonna try and change your mind. I just think it doesn't deserve the hate. And if you want to tell me what you think was wrong about it, because I would love to hear what people did not like about it. I thought it was really good, and I have not seen too many YouTubers talk about this. Maybe I'm just not looking. But I mean, the only ones I really have heard is just throwaway lines like, "Oh, that anime's trash." I'm like, well, I personally disagree. They are getting a third season. I've only watched the first. I'm going to watch the second in subbed because I have not had it dubbed yet. And I'll get back to you. But as for season 1, solid. Pacing could have been a little better. Story was fine. It wrapped up nicely. I'm not really sure where they're going to go from here. That's what I'm kind of interested to find out. And I just really enjoyed it. I liked the characters. The characters made me feel like, oh, I actually invested in them. The deaths felt meaningful, like they actually served a purpose. And if you look at it like a greater scheme, like, oh, every death is an actual somebody dying. It's great. It adds some gravity. So that's me rambling on about it. Anyways, I recommend it. Go watch it. Once I finish season 2, I will tell you if I think that's as good as the first. It's honestly going to be hard to beat. If I was going to rank this in terms of my favorite animes, it's right up there. Honestly, I think it left a pretty good impression. Mainly, what makes it a lot favorable to me is it's not so short where I feel like I didn't get enough, but it's long enough where it's like, okay, that's a respectable length, and I can enjoy it, and I can get through it, though. And, the way it just comes together nicely is what I liked. So, I would say it's, right now, it's in my top 3. Right behind, say, the entirety of Dragon Ball and Naruto. So, those are my big ones. Then you got, other ones like, say, Bleach and, One Piece, which I only got, halfway through, so I can't truly grade those yet. I know, I need to go back and finish, but I just haven't had time. But, that's my thoughts on that. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and NerdX signing off.